let's continue on.
All
Anything
right.
else you guys want to do before you continue your journey?
I think Jordan is going to also look around town, mostly because mending shoes takes time. I mean, not time. Materials.
Yeah, make that investigation check for me.
Ooh.
You don't really find anything of use. No gold, no. Some broken jugs and clay pots. Bits of flint, a couple of tools laying around, some like kitchen knives and things, but not really anything you could use with shoe mending or travel or anything like that. So a few of you investigate town. Layla and Curtis have a touching moment. Or sorry, Layla and Buster have a touching moment. The reason I said it this time is I was going to say, does Curtis want to do anything? My brain got ahead of my mouth, and then my mouth is trying to catch up.
I mean, this amulet's pretty neat, but I can't make heads or tails of it right now, so.
Okay. Anyway.
Is there anything interesting about the mask that I found, or is it just like a boring normal mask?
Yeah, it's a little creepy and weird. Because it's just a simple like black velvet mask. It covers your face.
Cool.
Like your whole face.
Oh, the whole face.
But yeah, nothing magical about it.
Well, neato.
Or strange or odd.
I'm gonna put it on my body double.
So, who has the bag of holding it? It doesn't count a cabinet? So somewhere sequestered alone, we get a vignette, a little scene of Chris going into the bag of holding, pulling out a corpse of herself that has been preserved, putting a little mask on it to cover the face, and then just putting it back in the bag.
Okay, is it weird that now I have like an image of when we finally get back, like there's gonna be a glass case with like a suit of armor in it in the head, the severed head, and what nobody knows is that there's actually a body in there.
Chris is just gonna keep that body forever.
Oh dear.
Cool.
Find some way to preserve it and hang it up in Chris's Hall of Mysteries with my gardener skin.
Do you guys know the books Ripley's Believe It or Not?
Don't put the gardener skin on your clothes.
Guess what's in Branson? The Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. Yeah, and it's freaking wonderful.
There's another one in San Antonio. Yeah,
but the original one, the first one that was ever opened, is in Branson, Missouri. And it has all the cool stuff that they bought from Barnum and Bailey's.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
Who's Barnum and Bailey's?
The circus.
Oh.
Barnum and Bailey's circus. Like the freak show from Barnum and Bailey's, Ripley's Believe It or Not, when they closed the freak show down, they bought all of the stuff. They put it in the museum in Branson. It's an upside down house. It's a house that's been flipped up onto the roof. So the roof is the floor. It's weird.
It's in St. Augustine.
Before you guys left Houston, did you ever go to what's it called? Curiosities and Oddities or something like that?
Oh yeah, that exhibit that was at the museum.
So.
Yeah, well, it was also a store. You could buy most of the things that are in there, but they just had like a bunch of like strange taxidermy and like interesting like odd art pieces and stuff.
Ah.
That was neat. But it burned in a fire because some crazy guy didn't like it.
Oh my god, what?
No.
Yeah, there was a guy who was like, I don't remember what his deal was. He was like, "It's the work of the devil," and he burned it, and he wrote about it on social media, which is how they know that it was him. It's like,
dude, Lord's work.
Speaking of Lord's work,
idiot.
Yeah, and it was really sad.
A skill challenge for travel now.
Before we go, I actually wanted to ask Layla about Gertrude and whether we were going to ask her about the town.
Am I gonna need to dig her up?
Oh, she's buried already.
Yeah, Kelric buried her.
It's too much work.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
I think. Well, I shouldn't say too much work. It's not the right thing.
We'll save your questions for the end of the campaign or end of season wrap up, and I will answer them.
So we remember them.
Yeah, I told you, write them down. So let's do. I'm for traveling from out of the forest into Darkhold. I'm gonna do the same thing that we did last time. I'm just gonna have you guys do a skill challenge. So we need 3 successes before we get 3 failures. We're gonna do the same DC. So I just need you guys to tell me what skills and how you're gonna use them to travel from out of the forest and up into Darkhold.
I would like to use a survival check to make sure that we don't basically run into like a dead end with water.
So Kelric is just scouting the path ahead, making sure that you guys don't run into a water crossing that's impassable or anything like that. Sure. Wow. Okay. I'm going to count that as 2 successes.
Dang.
So with Kelric's guidance, you're able to avoid woodland creatures, pitfalls, dangerous water crossings, poison ivy, killer hornets, any
Snakes.
yeah.
Wow. Thanks, Kelric.
So you will have no threats from the natural environment due to Kelric's higher roll. Somebody else still needs to roll a success, so who wants to go next?
Curtis,
Hmm?
how about some music?
I mean, would you like any to pass the time?
Yes. I actually kind of miss your wonderful playing.
I don't know if I should be flattered or insulted by that slip of the tongue, but all right.
Okay, so to keep morale high while traveling, sure. Go ahead and make a performance check for me, Curtis. And you're set. So Curtis, in the evenings, plays his Song of Rest, and then during the day plays a marching tune that helps keep you guys on rhythm, on beat with movement, and you guys find yourself feeling less tired during the days, feeling your feet a little less heavy despite the packs on the back of you, and travel along to Darkhold fairly peacefully. You come across no one. There's no one traveling, nothing moving. As you get closer to Darkhold, however, as you're coming out of the forest, the land around you in big, great swaths and chunks is just scorched black. And at first you think it's been burned, but once you examine it a little closer, you can see there's been some sort of thick fluid that's been laid over it, and these huge tracts of land have been eaten away by some sort of acid.
Nature?
Hmm.
Oh, there's another one of me around here?
You could do a nature check. Yeah. It's actually Buster's not too far off. This is the
Uh-oh.
breath of a dragon. Something has just burned huge chunks. Surely.
Ugh.
Does this seem like do specific colors of dragons do acid?
Black.
Okay. I think there's a black dragon passed through here, or might still be around.
Oh, shit.
Now the question is it being an asshole because they're just assholes, or is it being an asshole because something infected it?
Being a black dragon, I assume they're usually not up to anything.
Do black dragons count as chromatic?
No. They are metallic. They are the bad kind of dragon.
Oh no, I feel really racist for saying that. Holy shit. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fantasy land. They're not people. There was no ill intent there. It's fine. This black dragons are evil.
Are
But
white dragons
why are
also
the
assholes?
These
No, yes,
fucking-
white dragons are also evil. Yeah,
There
they're
you
all
go.
Yay.
The chromatic
Gold-
ones aren't.
yeah,
right?
gold, silver, blue, the gym dragons, song dragons. There's a few of them that are good aligned, but like the classic dragon colors, when you think of a dragon, red, black, white, they're all assholes. Yeah, they're all bad guys.
Okay, sorry about that.
Green dragons are bad.
Yikes.
Council of Dragons will have a word with you, Buster.
Oh fuck.
Anyway, so you have a thing you want to do, Layla? You have a few days of travel. So a couple days of uninterrupted travel.
Yeah, I'd like to call out Ira's like real name. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
She's just gonna say we'll find a way.
There's unfortunately no response.
No response.
Mhm.
That's it. That's all she
That's
does.
it?
That's all she wants to do.
So as you grow closer to Darkhold, I believe I have some art for Darkhold. Hang on just a second. I do. I'm just gonna throw it on this map and blow it up really quick so you guys can see it.
Oh.
Darkhold itself there's a huge imposing mountain. It's built literally into the side of the Sunset Mountains. And as the mountain range looms closer, you can see up on top of it a great white tower and spires. It's a castle built up on the cliff's edge. And toward the bottom of the cliff, you can see a small town, like a remnants of it, where how do I explain this? It's a tiny little township. Maybe 200-300 people lived there. Scattered houses, no wall around it, no real rhyme or reason to the way it's built. And then there's a road that winds through the little town, up around the cliffside, and heads up to the top of the tower. As you guys are watching and see sort of the town, you're still several miles away. You see the town and this great imposing castle built up on the top of this cliff's edge, probably 200 feet up in the air. There's a creature that sort of swoops down into camera as a hulking great black dragon lands on the roof of Darkhold, of the hold itself, the keep, the castle, and then climbs down the back of it.
Must be its house.
Can I insight check to see what its intentions are? Is it eating people or is it like going to take a nap?
You don't see any people.
Oh, okay. Do I hear any screams?
No.
Okay, he lives there.
Hmm.
Alright, let's just not go to Darkhold.
It's a silly place.
Maybe you can rent us a camel. Like just borrow it for a little bit.
Hey Chase. So one of the goals for Kelrick is to do what he was asked to by Klaus and try and figure out what the problem is with this thing as if we interact with a lot more. As we interact with more dragons, can I do nature or arcana checks to kind of see if I can fill out the information that I have?
Sure. Yeah, the interaction would have to be more than seeing them off on the horizon.
No. I know. I'm thinking about it now.
100%. I'll make So I do these things called clocks that I stole from another tabletop RPG from Apocalypse World, where it's basically like a series of events, but they happen on a time scale. Like it's like if this then that programming. So I can make you I'll do it between sessions, but I can make you a clock, like a series of tasks to complete. And if you do all of those, you can figure out more about what's going on with the rage. That's a good idea.
Cool.
But it will be, you will have to interact with them in a more personal way than just seeing them fly.
Oh no! I figured. Like, I was thinking, like, if we ended up fighting them, or if we could talk to them, or any like an actual interaction and not just distance gazing. I thought of it while I was looking at it. I was like, hey, maybe I could ask.
100%. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'll make you something like basically just a series of tasks to complete, and if you do them all, I'll give you some more insight into what's going on with the Dragon Rage.
Yeah.
That's a dope plan.
Would Chris know if like scorching all this land like this is like normal for black dragons?
Or is it like territory marking, like peeing on a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a nature check.
Asking me to do all
Make it with
those
advantage for
things.
me.
Okay. Not so good at nature.
That's okay. I'll give you a little info. Black dragons are. I mean, they're more similar to what you think of when you think of a classic dragon. Their goal is to gather wealth. You know, they want to hoard massive massive hordes. They want to gather jewels and gems and magic items and build these hordes. And they typically will take over some place of strength. A cave somewhere high, a castle on the side of a cliff seems fitting. That seems like a classic dragon behavior to Chris. What does seem odd is black dragons are often about dominance and fear and brutality. They want people. They want servants. They want people to understand that they're beneath them. Like, you guys either read or seen The Hobbit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Hobbit. The Smog is a really good example of a black dragon. They are arrogant, dominating, powerful creatures, but they are highly intelligent. They're not stupid, and they will typically gather creatures to them as servants. So no, this idea of a black dragon just coming into an area, driving everyone away, killing everything in sight, burning the resources that potential servants would need to survive. They might do something like that to take over an area in the same way like a lord would march an army into a place. But like this is chaotic and strange and seemingly with no goal. So it doesn't seem like classic dragon behavior of any kind to Chris.
I see. Well, I'll tell the rest of the party. And then maybe we should stay away from that castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should try to stay out of sight a little bit.
Kelrick, I will also give you with the nature check that you made earlier because I don't want to make you roll again. From the brief glimpse that you saw of the creature crawling down the back of the castle, it didn't look like an adult. It looked like a fairly young dragon. Not like a teenager, but not full grown in the full prime of its life yet.
So, like the age of the dragon that was in the bay?
Yeah. About around that age. Like this is maybe a dragon that has just recently struck out on its own, similar to Odo and Shinoda and your friend in the bay. Not a baby.
Aw.
Like it's not a wormling. It's not a child.
I
It's
know.
a young
I'm just calling
adult.
it a baby.
It's like it's a dragon that just turned 21.
Yeah.
Now we
baby.
can
Partying it up.
drink and drive. Yeah.
Hey, look, I am 30 some odd years old. I have never drank and drive once in my life. I refuse. If I have one beer, I'm not driving.
That's good.
You're a good fella.
No, I'm terrified of getting in a car accident.
Been there, done that.
Oh, that's
Yeah, been there, done that.
Don't
On
like-
Susie and I's second date, I drove us off a cliff, and I've been like the world's most grandpa driver since then.
Oh,
Oh no! I'm glad you're okay.
Wait,
You drove off a cliff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like what, like a 15-foot drop, babe?
Yeah, it was bigger than that, I think.
Bigger than that?
what?
It was like
Well,
40.
I didn't know if it was exaggerated by my memory.
No, it was like 40. Really should have had a guardrail. Did not.
Ugh. Fuck.
And like not 5 minutes before that happened, he's like, "Are you wearing your seatbelt?" And I'm like, "No."
Put your fucking seatbelt on.
And he's like, "You should probably put that on." And I'm like, "Okay." You know, young and dumb me.
Yeah, I just hit some loose gravel on the side of the road and lost control of my truck.
Aw.
Shit.
Oh, how are you still here?
I wasn't hurt at all. Susie just had some bruises. We were fine. The airbags didn't even go off in my car. I was only going like 30. It's not like I was like, booking it.
No, I know, but that distance in a car.
It was scary. Anyway,
Actually, we hit a rock and then we went into the ditch.
Cool.
yeah. Anyway,
Like
young
off the
dragon.
cliff. It was bad.
What do you guys want to do?
Like Chris's idea.
I'm gonna keep using this boat to mark the party.
We are a boat, man.
I'll find another party marker.
Motherfucker, don't you ever forget.
On a boat, man.
Going fast.
I love this song about a boat, but what the fuck do you people want to do?
I just want to go.
No, we're stalling so we can plan. Okay.
I mean, so the idea is
Plan.
we either
Plan ahead. Go for it.
we either storm the castle and take back
No.
the dragon, which is clearly not.
I mean,
No, let's not do that.
it's kind of it's a youngish one, so it's possible that it's like the guy or I forgot his name in the bay. We knew it at one
Zelopharn.
point.
Zelophon? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Zelopharn.
wrote it
He might be
down.
like Zelopharn, where he's just okay, because the Zelopharn didn't seem to be affected as much as the older ones.
Well, I
But that
mean,
was also early on.
not yet.
That was also like weeks ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Well, no, I know,
haven't
but like
seen
it,
dragons
like
for
the thing is,
a
like it had
while.
completely overtaken Plouth, but it hadn't taken him at all. So I wasn't sure if it was like a heading east thing, or if it was an age thing, or like there's a whole mess of.
I mean,
factors.
that is curious, but I don't know if we can really jump to conclusions about it. Also, this I did tell you guys this is not normal behavior, right? So
Yeah, I don't think we have any reason to go. I mean,
No,
we're all-
we do have a reason. We need supplies.
well, we can go to the castle town and try to not die while we're in there, but
I could send.
I
it a
wouldn't
mess-
count on it.
I could call out to it in its head and
No.
ask it.
Don't do that.
If it's evil.
Would this town even have any supplies left?
I mean, black dragons by their nature are not well
Do you guys want to get
aligned.
closer to get a better look at the town to see if you could like gauge it for supplies?
I mean, we're gonna have to get closer anyway just to pass
You
it,
could-
right?
You could
Uh,
go.
or-
You could skirt around. Like you could. It would take you longer, but you could avoid it entirely. Or you could get a little closer, take a gander at it, see if it looks like there's still intact buildings or what's going on with it.
I think
Sounds
that's a
good.
idea.
I'd like to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll have you guys. Let's do a group stealth check. So just everybody roll me that stealth.
With the +10.
Stealth, stealth, stealth. Oop.
Jordan gets a billion as usual.
I hope so.
Ooh. Keller rolled really well. Okay.
31!
Wowie.
Oh
Thank
wait,
God for the plus
How are
10.
you
do
so
I gotta do
sneaky?
disadvantage?
If you're wearing your armor.
I hate the sound of my own
Yeah.
footsteps.
Okay, so the 14 plus 10.
Plus 10. Okay, you're fine. So yeah, the group of you close into town a little bit closer and taking a look as you're sort of sitting on the tree line near the clearing on the outskirts of town. You can see that some of the buildings are destroyed. Some of them are completely leveled. A few of them have been eaten away by this acid, this black goo that you've seen. And a few of them just have like the roofs ripped off, but you can see among the scattered ruins and remains of the city, you can see that there are intact structures, buildings that haven't been damaged. There's a chance that there's things left in the city, which I think would stand out as odd to Chris because like the destruction seems random and violent. It doesn't seem planned or targeted to you, Chris. A black dragon would definitely like destroy specific buildings, like churches and things like that, in an attempt to, incite fear.
Where
the
are
church
your
itself is
gods
actually still standing.
now?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gone. I'm your god now. Worship me.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow. I don't know, you guys. I'm not really looking forward to meeting that guy if he catches us down here. So, but if you wanna go look for stuff, I'll come with you.
Well, I would like to go and look for stuff, but it would probably be easier if everyone else stays away from me. Because I can cast invisibility on 2 people.
Why don't I go with you?
Okay. So I think I'll cast invisibility on both me and Color, and then pull.
Do I have
Which
anything
would-
I could give you?
I don't know.
Let me see, because I want to help. Healing potions. Potion of giant strength. I don't think any of that's going to particularly help. You have my blessing. Go with God.
Yeah, don't die.
You know what? Mine too.
Oh,
I feel like I should go, but
Bye.
it's only 1 minute. How long, or how far do you think you're going to go? Like, is it going to be more than a minute of movement?
I think maybe we'll just search for an hour,
100%.
since that's how long invisibility lasts.
Okay, let me see what I can do here. Detect poison or disease. No. Protection from good. How long does this last? 10 minutes? Do you think it's going to be like 10 minutes, or are you thinking like farther?
An hour.
Just said like an hour.
An hour. Okay, shit. I got nothing. Good luck. I love
Sorry.
you.
Love you too.
Good luck.
We'll
I
be
love
alright.
you.
I'll be back.
I love you. Oh, I need to. I gotta talk to Ira. I'm gonna bust out Ira and hang out.
The body?
Yeah.
You,
I pull her out of the
What?
bag of holding for Layla. I feel like Layla has probably asked this of me before, so I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
You're just gonna lay the body out and talk to it?
No,
Yeah.
put her up in a chair.
Actually, I was gonna kind of like
Put her at a
snuggle
little
with it and
table.
like, yeah.
What the fuck, Susie?
Be
That's
like,
messed up.
Set out like a tea tray.
She's very sad.
Okay. Well, Jesus. Okay. Joyda, if you're gonna cast invisibility on you and Kelric, the pair of you make stealth checks with advantage. If Kelric wants to do pass without a trace again, you can do it with a +10. So advantage and +10. Very high stealth rolls. Yeah,
Wow.
29 for Kelric, 34 for Joyden. So the two of them vanish out of existence, and then as they're slinking away, Chris gets the body of Ira out, and Layla just sort of lays down on the ground next to it, and like leans in on it a bit and starts talking to her. Jesus fuck! I've done a number on you people.
Like
I'll
back
have.
in Victorian times when they would just leave the body of like dead children in the house for a while.
It was to make sure they were actually dead because medicine wasn't good. You guys know Ira's dead.
Well, also it was for mourning. It was also like a mourning thing. Like you would make your peace with them, and you
There's
would
no
like
making
pose
this okay,
them
Chris.
and
This is
take
weird.
pictures. Okay.
It's a noble
What if she
effort.
starts
though.
speaking with dead? Does that make it better?
I mean,
Uh,
this
Then
is
she'll
not
talk
gonna
to me.
work, right?
Can I have Kelric and Joyden make investigation checks with advantage for me?
'Cause I'm
Buster, I know that's supposed to be like a confused face, but I just read D8. I'm like, why are you trying to roll a D8?
Is it morning or night? Can I
It's
switch? Can I switch spells around, or have I?
Yeah, you've been traveling for a few days.
Okay.
Your dream's uninterrupted by a Serac.
Oh, that's good because we killed him in the last campaign.
Not a Serac, Asmodeus. My bad guys' names have similar sounds.
That's
What
it is.
specifically are you guys looking for, Kellerick and Jordan?
I think supplies for the desert to protect us from the heat and to keep us rationed.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. Or if there's any survivors.
You don't find any survivors, and unfortunately, you don't find much in the way of rations or food.
Do we also not find bodies, though?
You do find bodies. That's what I was about to get to. There are several torn apart, unconsumed, like just shredded into pieces people.
Ooh.
Mothers who have tried to like protect their children but have just been splattered and burnt away by acid. And their bones and the bits of cured flesh from the acid still clinging to them in their houses.
I love it.
This town is wrecked, and the people inside of it, it looks like those who did not flee died. And the dragon hunted for those people. The roofs have been ripped off houses where these people are inside of them dead. The houses that are intact, the ones that don't have, are the only ones that don't have dead bodies in them.
Kellerick performs it right. He won't have time to bury anything, but my god.
Get out.
I think. Oh man.
Also, while they're
We don't have time for this. Visibility only lasts so long.
I think Kellerick's freaking out a little bit. Oh.
I think after as like I think Jordan's more a little bit used to this, but is also kind of concerned. Like, okay, we should probably move.
You know how people reach that point where you kind of have to pull them.
Yeah.
I think Kellerick hit that. You kind of have to grab him and pull.
The problem is you're invisible.
Yeah.
I can't fucking see you.
Kill, where are you? Get over here. I have dark vision, but that doesn't help right now.
Ah! Oh shit.
I just lay my arms out and just kind of just try to hit something.
Are you trying to find the trees again?
You find Kellerick, and yeah, you can start leading him out of town.
Well,
it's
I'd
not
like
a good place
to-
to be.
I'd like
Actually,
to
I think-
also.
Oh, sorry, Ed.
Can I like watch and see if there's any like dragon activity while they're gone?
They're gone for like an hour. Can you make a perception check for me?
I think you just look for feet. You see, like, the ends of his footprints, Jordan. They're just standing there.
Chris, after probably like 30, 45 minutes, you do see a dragon crawl up onto the top of the tower. Its huge wings spread out, a couple of flaps, and then it leaps off the tower on the cliff edge and begins to soar. This is not the same dragon.
Oh no!
Two of them?
The one that crawled into the keep was a male. This one that just leapt off and is like doing a patrol is starting to soar away as a female.
Oh no!
Oh, there might be eggs.
You guys, I have
Let's
a bad
go look
feeling.
in this building. Yeah.
Layla, when you cast Speak with the Dead on Ira, it has no effect.
So, Layla, you know that hug I gave you earlier?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Buster walks over and slaps you in the face.
Why are you slapping me?
Get a hold of yourself, woman! Look, we're about to be eaten by dragons! And you're trying to talk to the dead? What, are you crazy? First you want to try to kill a family, then you try to talk to a demon lord.
No, Buster's getting mad.
Don't even talk about me talking to a demon lord, Mr. I pray to some sort of weird being.
Oh yeah, well I don't anymore.
Don't try to be high and mighty. Where do you think your spells come from? Boyo?
That may be the first moment Buster's ever stopped and thought about where the fuck his spells come from. Buster doesn't actively pray to anything. Like, he's not doing dark rituals and weird shit. Like, that's all in his past, but he keeps getting more powerful.
Have you ever stopped to think that maybe something wants your soul? Or that maybe you've already given it to someone and you don't even know it?
That's a really low blow, but you're probably right.
I'm sorry, Buster. That was rude of me to say.
I'm sorry too. Now, let's just. What good do you think Igra's body is gonna do?
I don't know. I was hoping it
think-
could tell me, whether or not it's getting tortured in hell, or whether or not it thinks that I should get them out of hell, or if it's just like, well, I kind of owe her a life debt twice, because she got us out of El Terrell, and then here I am. Ta-da!
Oh, God, look at yourself. You're a mess.
No shit, Buster. Probably
No.
the first time she cursed and not talking about fucking.
Buster just kind of squeezes his hands and stares angrily.
So,
Jordan,
Kelrick and
bad.
Joyden, as you guys come back toward the little makeshift camp, the place where you guys are held up in the tree line, it's like at the end of this conversation. So you just Buster angrily staring at Layla. Ira's body laid out on the ground. Layla sitting like cross-legged next to the body and staring angrily at Buster.
I
And then
imagine.
right about the time the invisibility wears off, so that you guys see them walking up.
Hey guys, did you notice that other dragon? Did you see? There's another one.
No, wait, hold on.
Oh, yes,
This
that's
place
nice.
is bad news. Let's leave.
Oh no.
Ignoring the other dragon for a minute. What is Ira saying something, or like why is she here?
Don't worry
Weird.
about it. Sometimes
Okay.
Layla gets sad and she just wants to see Ira for a little while.
She also occasionally recasts gentle repose on the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing out of the ordinary here except for, Chris and Buster and maybe Curtis. Probably saw her laying around talking to a dead body.
That's
Not
fine.
Mhm.
It's not weird, honestly. It's fine. Maybe if
Okay.
it goes on for like a long time, like if this continues for months, I might get worried.
Well,
But for now, it's fine.
You'll thank me later, Layla.
Are you trying to cast Burning Hands on Ira's body?
Yes.
oh no.
Buster, no!
I don't know how to react to that.
Are you sure that's a good idea, Buster?
I don't
Can
think
I-
it's a very good idea.
Can I tackle
I know.
Buster?
You know what? I think Buster puts his thumbs together and holds out his hands over Ira's body. The fire begins to gather between them, and I think that's a good place to stop.
Oh,
God.
We're all gonna die.
well, Buster's gonna die.
No, we're all gonna die. If we have a bunch of infighting, we're not gonna attract any attention at all.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
And
Definitely
that's not gonna
With
waste
one of
spell
the two
slots.
dragons, like,
Everything
patrolling out, looking for
We'll
something
be
to murder.
fine.
Wow.
Bravo, Buster. I appreciate that, actually. That's good. Good
No,
intentions.
Don't encourage him. The path to hell is paved with good intentions.
I mean, Layla
See you
Layla
there!
would know.
Oh, I know these things. Just don't
Wow.
care.
Okay.
That got
I feel-
dark.
Good
I feel
session,
like Curtis
guys.
is watching this happen from under a tree.
Oh god.
Curtis, fuck, what the heck?
Curtis just sipping her tea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm. That voice. You know it. Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez.
Okay, well, shit. I'm in a mild state of shock.
Yep, enjoy that.
I like how we were like at a nice like 5 for how crazy things went, and then we just spiked to a 9.5.
Isn't it
Well, that's-
fun?
That's how it goes, right? That's the only way to be. Live dangerously. Live on the edge. You only
What
live
is-
once.
Today's date, the 8th.
But you only die once too. Well, for most
No.
people. Layla says you only die
D&D, not so much.
Well, now she's sitting here thinking, she's like, do I trust anything Buster says?
Oh no! And
Uh-oh.
after
Hey,
all
here's a
these
question.
heart-to-hearts?
Let's do coolest moments.
Probably that.
Okay. Buster tries to burn Ira.
Counter moment. Layla sits down and hangs out with Ira's dead body for a while.
Oh.
Jordan crying over shoes was just funny.
Yeah, thanks for fixing my boots, Jordan. I really appreciate it.
Joy.
You're welcome. I did it for the shoes, but also you.
I was like,
For
oh
most of the
fuck.
shoes.
Now Jordan's pissed at me too.
No, I'm not mad.
Any other cool moments?
When Gertrude was accidentally killed by Layla, which might have been on purpose, because we
I
don't really
thought it
know.
was on purpose. I thought that's what Susie intended. If it wasn't, that's just a mistake on my part, but no big deal.
Well, I think we can spin it in that she was feeling, she was seeing bloodlust.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn dark side.
So, I like how everybody's just like, fuck that weird conversation she had with a Serac.
Oh,
Serac, Asmodeus.
I was going to bring that up too.
So that's okay.
I mean, that was cool, but expected.
But expect. Okay.
From Asmodeus, not like the conversation was cool itself, but we, we're
But you
not
expected
surprised
him
with
to
the
show up.
conversation to happen. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. MVP.
Are you guys playing games?
Yes.
So MVP.
My vote is for Buster.
We got one for Buster.
Yeah,
I'd
Buster.
say
Got two
it's
for
between Buster and Layla.
Just
I got-
think that whole conversation was good.
I think Layla should have this one because I feel
One
like
and a half for Layla, 2.5 for Buster. So Chris, what are you thinking?
It's okay. Maybe I'll stop you next session. Maybe I won't. Who knows?
So Sydney.
Difficult choice. I think I'll go with Buster this time.
Okay.
I was thinking
Buster.
Buster as well.
You get MVP.
yay for me.
Congrats.
For burning Ira's body.
Hey,
Try to at
hey,
least.
that hasn't happened yet.
I'm
It
ready.
hasn't happened yet.
We're working on it.
It's in progress.
It
It's a
might
work in
not
progress.
take.
Okay. Wow. That is an action. So you will start next session with inspiration. Everybody else who has inspiration on their character sheet can go ahead and remove it. And I love you guys. I will see you next week. Holy shit.
Love you guys. Bye.